Hi, good morning, everybody. So this is the Tibetan Yoga of Dream and Sleep, Part 3. I am very happy to now last couple of mornings, every morning, to come on Facebook Live and to meet all of you. Kind of looking forward in the morning to get up and do this. Excited, and so hopefully all of you are also um, enjoying this Facebook Live. Also, I wanted to just mention, I mentioned yesterday also, it is really nice to see many students, many Facebook friends, and also many people that I know personally, able to see you and able to hear your greeting, comments, and just little that it's a nice to see and a connection, just a glimpse of second of connection. These are beautiful, and so I wanted to thank you for all, and also particularly all of those who have been helping to share with others to increase our attendees and the people who are viewing these teachings. In the last couple of sessions has been increasing more and more, and so I truly appreciate all your participation helping me to outreach. So, so I hope that all of you have some beautiful or little glimpse of experiences yesterday night in a dream yoga practice. It's for personally, for me, it was not particularly, I don't know if it was really lucid or not, but it was very much, I was in and out with my dreams, and also some beautiful dreams with my teachers, and always I have so many of them, and even though in everyday life living away from my teachers, but in the night this opportunity to encounter, and so frequently I'm encountering them, meeting them, and just it's just nice to see that connection. So it was a very beautiful experience yesterday night. so so we talked a little bit about few things. I think two main things will be is about the lucid dreaming and the main practices in a dream yoga practice. So and we talked a little bit about the how really actually you can have lucid dream. It's to every single day, that every experiences and every moment that you're experiencing. For example, right this very moment when you're listening to me, or and you're hearing me and I'm talking to you, for you and for me, if I have some glimpse of understanding, this is a dream. This is not something inherently existing. This is something related with me, my mind is my projection. This is something not caught up with so much conditions and pains of ego. If there's these experiences are very glimpse of experiences are present in our life, moment to moment, I think they definitely encourages, definitely causes to have more lucid dream. I always give examples like a computer and a dream, which is every time when you create a file in a computer, and when you're trying to shut it down, the file, it always asks you if you wanted to save it. And if you say yes, and the second question, it asks you where and what you wanted to call it. So where is always, it saves in the either you save it in a desktop, on a hard drive, wherever you wanted to save it. But as far as a dream is concerned, it always saves in something called base consciousness. And then when it says what you wanted to call it, that time is really, really important, what you call it, because whole reality that we experience, they don't come with a label, they don't come with a name, they don't come with the pain, they don't come with the conflict. We impose those names, meanings, and conflicts and pain on them. They don't come with them. So when you're creating a file in everyday life, when it's in a way, it kind of says, ask you what you wanted to call it. Then you say, or then you feel that this is like a dream. This is not something out there completely separate from me. This is something me. This is my mind. This is part of me. This is my projection. This is like a dream. Any of these things, a little glimpse of understanding is there. And then what you're doing is you are saving those files, those experiences as a dream. Then when you go to sleep, when you wake up, if those events comes out from your unconscious in your dream, and then you are much more likely to have experience as a lucid dream. You're much more likely understand them as a dream, because when you save the file, when you save those experiences, you did not say they were negative. You did not say they were serious, real, personal, painful. You just said there must so much space. It's related with my mind. It's a projection. It's like a dream. It is a dream. You save file like that. So that chances are that when the file shows up, the dream shows up, you get that point. It's like a gadget. The lucid dreaming gadget is where when people are wearing this gadget, and so the gadget, the computer reads their RAM, rapid eye movement, and when it reads the signal, and then the signal gives back that you are dreaming. So the strong dreamers, it gives stronger, and the medium dreamers, it gives a light, more gentler, and then a very light sleeper, and then it gives very gentle light. But what the message of the light is that it doesn't wakes you up, but it gives you enough signal to say, oh, this blinking light means I am dreaming. So, and then you have a lucid dream. Then you have ability to not conditioned by dreams, ability to guide your dreams. So that's the purpose of it. So the same way, instead of the blinking light, the dream itself becomes a message. The experience that you have labeled, the way you have saved those experiences during the daytime, itself becomes a messenger for you. So that is the purpose of how lucid dream works, a kind of fundamental basic principle how it works. So once this you have the lucid dream, then it always says, what do you do with them? It's you really like trying to improve. You're trying to transform them. So basically, making it better. Better means, for example, if you are having a bad dream, you have a chance to make it a good dream. If you are walking on the path and you feel so slow you're not able to walk, then you are able to walk faster. If you are dreaming as a man, you are able to transform into the woman. But the idea of changing sexes or changing body, like a human to eagle and flying in the sky, or human to dolphin swimming on the ocean, because some way that our human body, our human identity has certain conditions. Even though we think we have the best thing, we are not able to see as much as eagle sees, miles and miles and miles. I need glasses, but they don't. Or dolphin, ability to dolphin to hear miles the sound, we have that ability. So somehow transforming into those animals or different sexes or different identity, it's in a way it seems like that developing a flexibility in one single painful identity that you are stuck in. It's not about just changing for the sake of fun, but it's more about not being stuck in one single identity, which is not necessarily helping so much in your life. Probably many times when you experience a lot of challenges and pains, obstacles in your life, of course, these obstacles are not coming from outside. These are very much coming from the identity that you have of yourself, and there are not much flexibility in those identity. You are kind of stuck with some identity and whole package deal, whole pain, conflict with it. So that's what's kind of happening. So that is idea of lucid dreaming. So a main part of the practices we talked yesterday a little bit, gave example of first of all, we said that what causes a dream is the wind and the consciousness. We said lung and sem. Lung and sem. Lung means wind, sem means the mind. So, but it's not any kind of lung, or it's not any kind of mind, but there are like hundreds of different winds, lung. There are hundreds and thousands of different state of consciousness, and every single of them becomes like a causes of producing dreams. So, but not every single of them will produce dreams. What will produce dream is the most dominating wind and most dominating emotion or pains, which is more connected with a deeper sense of personalities, like something that, like you can have so many different emotions in your life, but we say sometimes, oh, that really hurts me, or that really got me, or that really bothered me. So when you say that really bothered you, hurt you, and those are the emotion, which is basically means is that those emotions are a dominating emotion because they have something, some way of affecting directly deeper wounds, your wounds, identity, or your wound, or your personality, and those kind of emotion and those kind of winds absolutely causing your dreams. So that's what happened. That what is happening every single night. So if you look, for example, yesterday night's your experiences is that if you did not have particular dream, or if you don't remember particular dreams, that means you are probably too tired and you are exhausted, and you went to the sleep, so-called sleep of ignorance, no awareness at all, or you have a lot of activity in your dream, and maybe if you look at some of those activity of your dream, if it's a little bit like a very kind of negative dream, then you can see those. If you look at those dreams, the story of those dreams, underlying the story of those dreams, there is a wind. Basically, there is energy. Underlying those dreams, there is emotion. So, for example, if you dreamt that you are walking in a bad neighborhood, and bunch of guys were chasing you and beating you up, or you're beating somebody, you're into fight with somebody, you can see the fearful place, the neighborhood environment, and you can see underlying emotion is the fear and anger, and you can see those fear and anger has caused action of fight, and you're fighting each other, and basically means that dream, whole creation of that dream goes deep inside fear and anger base. But if there were some kind of ways that you were aware before you went to sleep, those fears and those wind energy, and you are able to do some breathing exercises to clear that energy, to do some purification practices to clear those obscurations in your mind, or able to even self-reflect, able to have some better conclusion, some more sense of peace with those feelings and thoughts. If you did those things, For clearly what you did is what you did and what you're doing is basically you are changing the wind and the energy, and you are changing that underlying emotions which are causing those dreams. So you're kind of you use your own awareness and power to change those things. And if you did succeed to do that, I'm sure you might not have that dream that you have. So that is what I think is the most important things to understand is most of the time, maybe when we go to sleep, we think about, I don't have nothing to say about tonight, what's going to happen, right? I mean, let's just think about for a moment. This is how we go to sleep. When we go to sleep, we think, I have nothing to say about what's going to happen tonight in my kind of sleep I will have, or kind of dream I will have, or kind of rest I will have. But that's not true. That's not true. You have so much to say what's going to happen tonight. And it will depend so much on if you are able to give a little time, 5-10 minutes, to self-reflect. What happened today? What happened this week? What is happening in your life these days? What are the underlying emotions and winds are disturbing you? Able to be a little bit conscious of them, able to a little bit more be aware of them, able to a little bit connect with them, able to a little bit allow them to accommodate them, rather than being completely victimized by them, rather than completely victimized by ego, who is always interpreting, labeling, strengthening their position, dark position of weakness or darkness and pain, but able to hold that space, sacred awareness, sacred warmth, and able to process them a little bit better. And that is what you can do every single night before you go to sleep. You can do that, and that is the way, basically, you will change the wind, you will change the mind, consciousness, or the emotions. And by changing that, recognizing you have a power, and doing it, witnessing you are able to change, witnessing that you did change, you feel better before you go to sleep, witnessing that has impacted your dream one night, and getting up with such a joy, saying, yesterday night I went, where there were a lot of negative emotions and a lot of negative winds, a lot of negative energy, but I changed everything. Yesterday night I had a great sleep, great dream, and I woke up with a lot of rest, a lot of energy, a lot of inspiration to move on with my day. Positive. So that exactly what I was talking yesterday is that wind and mind causes them every single night, and you have a power to change that. And of course, there are a lot of things that you can, a little bit more read in my book, Tibetan Yogas of Dream and Sleep, which has been again translated in many languages, and a number of people have posted the covers of different languages. And I also encouraged all the other people from all over the world. I think there were many people from all over the world. So if you have a book in your own language, take a photo, snapshot of the photo, and post up here, so that other people who are living in the same country, you might never know, somebody just living in the same apartment complex, just realize, there is a book here. So, okay, so anyway, so that's one. And then the second part is we talked about the main practices. So there are 4 main practices in the book. I talk about it, and how it works. Again, in the same way, it's causes by the wind and the mind. So let's say this way: the 4 main part of the practices. Okay, let's go one step back. Let's see this way. So who we are as a source, you are the true source. You are the source of all enlightened quality, positive quality. You are the source of joy. You are the source of love. You are the source of compassion, kindness, all four immeasurable, and that means you are means you are also deep, um, the sacred space within you, the sacred awareness within you, the sacred warmth within you is the source of all of them. But we know that very clearly. But also specifically in these dream yoga practices, it tells a little bit more specific things. For example, um, our body, how does our body plays a role? How does our attention plays the role? How does our mind plays the role? How does the energy which is produced by bringing attention in a specific part of the body plays an important role? So that is an important question. So in these four practices, basically, first one is practice in the throat. Four red petals and the syllable ah, white ah there. So that, in a way, throat is a source of peace. And when our mind enters into the throat, when we are not conscious, when we are not aware, when our pride, our emotion pride drives your mind and creates a lot of pride wind and brings your attention without your being conscious into your throat, then that night you have a lot of dreams, nightmares of demigod realm, a lot of fight, war, right? Being in a war zone and killing and all those things happens automatically, naturally. Those things are happening there. So what does that mean? That means, but if you are conscious that you had an issue of ego, you have a conflict with somebody, you have a conflict, you feel a lot of competition with somebody, but those emotion competition is affecting your mind, your body, and before you go to sleep, you took care of them, as I explained before. Not only you took care of them, but you're able to bring more space, more awareness, and more warmth, and then you brought your attention to this four petal and the white luminous ah. So you are being aware of that ah, you see it, you feel it, you are being it, and gradually you become it, and you allow yourself to fall asleep. So if that is true, what happened is you, once again, you shift from that pride, that war, that competition feeling into clearing them, more space, more awareness, more warmth. Not only that, but you are able to bring your attention to that ah, that sense of peace. Peace. You're able to feel some sense of peace, and then you went to sleep. So what can happen, or what's possible to happen, is that night, if the practice was successful, that night you enter into the realm of peace. Instead of you're entering into realm of demigod, and you're entering with emotion pride, you're entering into a sense of lost and disconnected and creating whole demigod experiences in the nightmare war in your dream. No, you will have totally opposite. You felt more space, you felt more awareness, you felt more warmth, you felt more peace. You brought those attention in your body, in your throat, the throat chakra, demigod realm, and you went to sleep there. So you bring a lot of peace. You dream like walking in a park. You are picking flowers. You are encountering God and goddesses. You are encountering, playing with the spirits. You are meeting a master. You are asking questions and getting answers that you have, and so on. So you have a lot of that peaceful dimension of experience in your body, in your mind, in your dream, and your sleep qualities. So all those are happening because, once again, it's caused by wind and mind, and you have particular collected wind and mind on demigod realm, but you're able to be conscious and you change completely before you went to sleep, and you successfully arrive in different destination and different dimension, different psychological experience. You completely arrive in a different realm of like a God realm, basically, in some sense. So that's one example. Second example is second main part of the practice is in the forehead. before you go to sleep, visualizing the sphere of light that is related with increasing clarity and increasing the expansiveness, which means basically, usually, if you think about yourself in your life, how many things that you think you are capable of doing? You think, oh, I can do this, I can really do that, I'm good at doing this, I can really do this, but I'm not sure about this. But this, impossible. You see, you have labeled in your life something that you are not capable of doing. The fact that you have said that it's impossible, the fact that you see yourself, somebody is not possible to doing those things, you made yourself not able to do those things. So in a way, you are obstacle, and you made it yourself not able to do those things. Nobody did it, you did it. Why somebody else in your other place doing exactly what you think you cannot do it? Because they did not see that. They just, from deep inside, they did not see that way. They saw themselves open, they felt open, they saw themselves possibility, they saw themselves they might able to do, can do it, wanted to do it, doing it, witnessing, able to have some success doing it. That's why they succeeded. So you basically, this is what expansion means. We say, Tibetan we say, Shi Je Wang Ta, Shiwa Jeba Wang Ta Bo. So that Jeba is sense of expansion of yourself, expansion of your consciousness, expansion of your wisdom, expansions of your love, joy, all the four immeasurable qualities, its ability to expand enlightened activity. This is what we are talking about here. So anyway, again, that has something to do with your body, and that has something to do with third eye or the four crown chakra. So you bring your full attention to the sphere of light, and before you go to sleep, and once again, that if you recognize yourself saying, basically recognizing yourself, all the things that you say, I'm not worth, I'm not good enough, I'm not know enough, I'm not have a quality to learn enough, I'm not capable doing these things, I'm not, all those things, diminishing yourself, your quality, your potentiality. It's really, really important to recognize them, and really important to recognize them, how much you repeat, how much you live with that energy, and recognize that before you go to sleep, not get trapped into that and dream whole night that your lack of your capacity, your lack of able to walk in the world of possibilities. Just recognize them and see you have this possibility to change them. And these are some exercises I just mentioned with awareness, and you're trusting yourself to change them. So we don't have time to kind of go through each one of them, but obviously I'm not trying to sell my book here, but if you are interested to kind of learn more, I would recommend to read the book. And also maybe I hope that maybe next few days we can talk a little bit more on these issues, at least. So, but when I say four main practices, so I mentioned two, but the third one is in the heart, the fourth one is in a sexual organ, black hung in the heart, black thigle in the sexual organ. So heart is more related with the power, and sexual organ is related with more wrathful or fearlessness. So you can do that. So just let me briefly go say a few words. So then you bring to the heart. Heart is like a source of power. So more open attention that you are able to bring in your heart, you are gaining power. You are charging your battery. And you lose the connection to your heart, more energy, more power you lose. So basically, the idea of connecting with your inner power through connecting to the heart chakra, to connecting to that black hole, and through connecting before you go to sleep, is the way of re-encountering or regaining or rediscovering those inner power. And it's true that you will regain your inner power by doing that. But it's not only doing before you go to sleep, but even during the daytime, even during right this moment where, as I'm speaking, as you're listening, if you are able to maintain your clear, open attention to your heart, does not interfere your ability to listen to me. It does not interfere my ability to talk to you, communicate. But I'm talking, I'm not losing my energy, but I'm maintaining or gaining my energy more by bringing my attention to the heart. We do that especially before go to sleep, because once before you go to sleep, if you're able to maintain, you're able to maintaining, very likely you're able to maintaining rest of the night. Because if you have one single bad thought, you maintain that bad thought whole night and exhaust totally yourself. If you have one good awareness and one good quality of your practice before you go to sleep, you are able to maintain 6-7 hours. So that it's a very powerful way of bringing right attention before you go to sleep, because it somehow many hours it able to maintain that quality and able to nourish your body, your soul, your mind with those quality throughout the night. So you wake up with so much freshness and so much enthusiasm, joy, like a child going first time Disneyland. So that you wanted to wake up every morning like that. We are running out of time, so I wanted to conclude. Conclusion. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock New York time, I will be Facebook on live again, and I'll be talking about the 4 main obstacles of the Dream Yoga practice. So that will be tomorrow's main focus, and then maybe just to say a few words. Just every night when we go to sleep, the prayers are very important, intentions are very important, practices are very important. Of course, the mind and winds are very important. So somehow, even probably we are talking about the dream, I'm talking about the dream, it really definitely have impact on my dream tonight. You're listening about the dream, you're reflecting about dream. Even some cases you think, oh, I don't know, I don't understand everything what he's talking about. I don't know, it makes sense. I'm not sure about it really works. But even those doubts, you're still engaging with the topic of dream. You are thinking, we are all collectively thinking about dream. We are thinking about my dream, your dream, collective dreams. We are engaging with that in the dream. So even this engagement, intention, prayer will have some impact in your dreams. So let's keep on continuously engaging with each other and help each other with this. And lastly, if there is some question, because with my glasses and trying to read all these small messages all of you are sending there, and also trying to talk, it's a little difficult. But I will definitely, after Facebook Live, I go through all the messages that everybody have sent. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate very much that all of, an encouragement, comment, and just see your face and see this little tickles of heart and tickles of smiles, and it's like a kind of uplifting my wind and my consciousness. So, but I will look through if there are some of the questions there, and if there are some questions seems appropriate, I will definitely try to answer tomorrow morning. So thank you very much. Have wonderful dream, wonderful day, and see you tomorrow.